YouTube, thanks for stopping by my channel today. So I just want to come on to YouTube here today and share with you my experiences with my first time buy from Aliexpress.com. Now, if you're not familiar with what Aliexpress is, it's basically a site where you can go on and purchase a wide variety of items, and that could be items from hair, clothes, shoes, accessories, you name it, they have it on there. So this was my first time buy off of Aliexpress and also my first time ordering virgin hair. So I went in search, looked at some different vendors, I made sure to do Google searches, I watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I also went on to Black Hair Media just to see what other people had said about other companies and what the most mentioned company would be. Now, after doing my research, I came to the realization that Queen Hair Products was one of the top most mentioned vendors, and people really did say that they had great hair and they had good things to say about the hair for the most part. So I went ahead and purchased 3 bundles of their hair in the lengths 18, 16, and 14, and I believe it was a Brazilian curly or Brazilian wavy origin. So the hair came with DHL express shipping as normal. It came fast in about like 3 or 4 days, and I had no issues with that. Now, after inspecting the hair, everything seemed to be okay visually. After I had the hair out of the package for some time, just, you know, sitting on my table at home, I realized that I was smelling this really strong smell, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from. Now, I went back and re-inspected the hair, and of course, after re-inspecting the hair, I realized that this smell was coming from the hair that I had just purchased. So of course, being someone that has always worn weaves, especially from the beauty supply store, because prior to ever wanting to buy this virgin hair, I was wearing hair from the beauty supply store. You know, sometimes you'll get hair and it does have a smell, but then after wearing it out for, you know, a few days or a week or so, that smell will disappear. Mind you, the smell that was on any beauty supply store hair that I had ever received was nothing compared to what the smell was on this hair. So I tried everything in the book, nothing worked. So prior to looking into different companies, I did see a few ladies online saying that they had ordered hair from other companies and they had received hair with this so-called, the infamous corn chip smell, and I just kind of ordered the hair anyways and thought, you know, I'm not gonna get this corn chip smell, or I thought I'm gonna order this hair and hopefully I don't get the corn chip smelling hair. So anyways, after trying all these different things, I tried washing it in vinegar. I tried to dye over the hair, like just with a natural black / brown color, like something that would be one piece, so it wasn't going to be something that was noticeable, just to try and get rid of that smell. I also tried washing it in fabric softener, leaving it soak. Nothing worked. A lot of the ladies online said that they had soaked their corn chip smelling hair in fabric softener, or, you know, Febreze also was another one, and they said that that helped to take the smell away. None of that helped for me. I also one time was wearing the hair and it was a rainy day, and you would not believe the hair, I guess because of the mist and the humidity in the air, the hair, it pretty much like attacked the hair, and it just started smelling. Like the smell was at bay at the time, and once it started getting humid and the humidity hit the hair, it just started smelling like so terrible. I had to take it off like that night, and it was just so horrible. Nothing would get rid of the smell, nothing. So I obviously contacted the seller. They also told me wash it in this, wash it in that. I think they were the ones who told me to wash it in vinegar. So to end the story pretty much, I did have to file a complaint with my visa company because I did use my visa to purchase the hair. They opened a case. They told me to send the hair back. I spent about $40 to $50 Canadian to send this hair back, and I don't know what happened, if they refused to accept it or what, but it ended up coming back to me because they didn't take the package or were not there to receive the package, and so the package was on its way back to me, and it took like a month or a little bit over a month to get there, so then I had to wait for it to come back. It was just a total disaster. All in all, I basically ended up keeping the hair, but I was out the $40 or $50 that I had spent to send the hair back to the company, because my visa company was not going to cover the cost of the shipping. They were only going to cover the cost of the $180 that I had originally spent to purchase the hair. So let me go ahead and show you this hair. This right here is the 18-inch bundle that I received from them. As you can see, it still does have a wavy / curly texture to the hair. I mean, the ends are a little bit dry, maybe a little bit split, but overall the hair isn't bad. It's just that it still smells and I'm not able to wear the hair. Now this bundle compared to the 16-inch bundle is very different, because the 16-inch bundle, as you can see, has a lot more of a wave pattern to it. This looks like, you know, a very natural wave pattern of somebody who has curly hair naturally. So overall, what I can say about the AliExpress hair that I did receive is it is pretty okay quality. The ends are not too bad. It does take color, and it also can be bleached. As you can see, it is bleached out on the tips. I think I bleached this one time to get this color, so it's not that light. It's kind of like an orangey brown kind of a color. I can also say that the hair doesn't really hold a curl very well, because when I was wearing the hair, I did try to curl it a few times, and the hair didn't really hold a curl. So if you did have this hair, you would probably need to put some kind of a holding spray, or you know, some kind of a hairspray to try to keep the curl for a few hours or all day. So all in all, what I can say about buying hair off AliExpress is that, you know, you have to make sure that you do your research. I mean, I did extensive research and I still got burnt. Another thing as well is, I think when you're buying hair off AliExpress, you really have to understand that it is a hit or a miss a lot of the times. Because sometimes when you'll find a good vendor and you say, okay, I'm gonna make this vendor my, you know, my go-to vendor, sometimes it doesn't end up being that way, because you might order a bundle of hair or some bundles of hair, and that hair ends up being good, and you decide, oh, I'm gonna order some more hair from the company, and you know, it ends up being bad. So it's really hard to pick a vendor and kind of keep it, in my experience. I have tried some other vendors after I did try this AliExpress Queen Hair Products hair, and my experience was the same. Most of the companies on there are not companies that you can, you know, just pick and keep for a very long time. For my tips for looking for good hair, I would say make sure you check BHM. A lot of the ladies on BHM, you know, they know good vendors. Sometimes they're not always willing to share, but you know, people do come out there and they will air out companies that are absolutely like, do not buy, this is bad hair. Do Google searches and also do YouTube searches. Do not go on and just buy a bundle of hair on a whim, because you know, a lot of the times you will end up being disappointed. Another thing you can also do is check the feedback for the seller. I personally like to go with sellers that do have some reviews already on YouTube or Google or BHM. Like, I don't care. As long as they do have some reviews and they seem to be okay, I will consider the company. So I would say choose companies that have reviews and have positive reviews as well. So that's it for my review and my experience with the Queen Hair Products AliExpress hair. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and like my video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.